You're listening to WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz, live from Super Bowl Radio Row here in San Francisco. This is the Sideline Buzz. I am Lily Goodman. This is Connor Amendola, and today we are here with Brook Choulet. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, yes.
Joining us.
You stated that success at the highest level demands more talent. It requires clarity, resilience, and the ability to perform under pressure. Can you please tell us a little bit about what you do?
Absolutely. So I'm a sports psychiatrist, meaning that I help athletes, executives, their families work on their mental health and well-being. So really what I work on is that you don't have to have a mental health diagnosis to see a psychiatrist. Just like we see a primary care doctor for our well visits, we should be checking in with a mental health clinician to talk about our mental health and well-being. So with athletes, I really just focus on medication management and therapy.
I gotta understand, I'm a sophomore psych minor.
Oh, okay.
Where did you get this calling for this line of work?
My mom and grandfather are both child psychiatrists. So
Oh,
I'm
how
third
nice.
generation.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome.
So I want to ask, working with one-on-one clients is one thing, but when you're working with a team, you've worked in the NBA, the WNBA, what's it like working in a team versus just with one person?
Yeah, I love it. I call it a big family unit, right? Because you've got the athletes, you've got the coaches, you've got the health and performance staff, and you really have to learn to navigate that whole system. And so for me, it's all about just small touch points. We don't need 60 minutes to have a session. It's just about sitting down and checking in and seeing where we can make improvement.
You have a pretty far-ranging demographic, from athletes to executives to high-achieving children and adults. Who was the youngest person that you've worked with, and what was their story?
Age 5, I can't say specifically, but
No, yeah.
ADHD. So pretty much someone that had issues with staying focused in class, not being disruptive. That's the youngest, is a 5-year-old.
Gotcha. And so you also worked for the NBA as well. What was the most interesting aspect about working either for the NBA or any organization that you choose to highlight?
Yeah, so as a consulting psychiatrist for an NBA team, it's tough because you're not a part of the team, but you're kind of on the periphery. So I would travel with the team for their longest road trips and really help with pre-game routine and warm-up and how to get yourself mentally ready for the game.
How immersive. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What's something that, for us as young people and people in career work, what's something that we can learn from some of the mental techniques that, that athletes are using to get themselves locked in for a game?
Yeah, so visualization is one I love. Mike Posner, the Grammy-nominated singer,
Wow, nice.
He had a great story about this. He walked across the country and
What?
then he walked across the country and told himself, I will walk across the country, and wrote it in a journal and filled like 10 journals with it. And he just visualized himself finishing the walk, and he did it. So we can all do visualization for setting goals and achieving them.
It's that verbal commitment aspect. It's verbal or written out. It's kind of like the same thing. Once you admit it to something, whether that's a piece of paper or somebody, the more likely you are able to do it.
Exactly. Yep.
I want to touch on your support system. How have they supported you throughout this line of career? Because it's not easy what you do. It's not easy. It can be mentally tasking.
Yeah, I have a great support system. My husband is holding down the fort with our 2 children right now.
Oh, nice.
My parents are amazing. They're so supportive. And I have a great group that I work with at my practice, too.
Beautiful, beautiful. So as the demographic is kind of changing over time, what has one challenge been that specifically keeps on showing up in all areas, in all demographics that you work with?
I would say having resilience and grit is definitely something that people need to have in order to be successful. So things are going to be hard. You have to just figure it out, push through, and continue to overcome some of those obstacles.
Got ya.
I know we talk about like that mental aspect for a lot of sports, but with basketball, you're in a kind of more intimate environment. The crowd is really right there, and they sell courtside seats. How important is that mental aspect, especially in that sport?
Oh, you have to be able to drown out the noise. Like, imagine if when you were sitting in class, everyone is just saying things to you and talking to you and you can't even concentrate. That's what athletes have to deal with every day that they're in a game, too.
So what brings you to San Francisco other than Radio Row?
This whole experience. So I'm speaking on Saturday at the Lee Steinberg Super Bowl party.
Nice.
Yes,
there you
I'm
go.
speaking tomorrow at the NFLPA's Be Well event. So I'm just excited to be here.
Beautiful, nice. I believe that's all I have for you.
Thank
Connor?
you.
That's everything for me.
Thanks so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for coming on the Sideline Buzz here on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. My name is Lily Goodman. That has been Connor Amendola. And thank you, Brooke.
Thank
Seriously.
you.
Thank you.